सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नाम रूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्धिर्बोध्यं बुद्धिर्द्रव्यत्व निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। Summary.
So we are seeing the 12th Avarta, which is Grantha Mahima, and in that first Swarupa Drashtya, the Mahima of Grantha was told, and then Phala Drashtya, the Mahima of Grantha was told. And in the Phala Drashtya it was said that Dhiraha Paramanandam Apnoti. And regarding the Dhiraha, there is the Tippani which we saw in the last class. It is said that the meaning of the word Dhi means Buddhi, and Refa, that refers to Buddhi Rakshanam. And
why do you say Refa? Ra. There is a difference between Refa and Ra.
Yes, yes. Yes. So the Ra Amsha refers to Buddhi Rakshanam, and Rakshanam from the Vishayas. Having withdrawn the Buddhi from the Vishayas, there is Buddhi Rakshanam. And at this juncture we saw that any Rakshanam is from that thing which is dangerous. So how can Vishayas be dangerous? For that we saw a sloka in which it was said that the Vishayas are more dangerous even than the poison of this black cobra, because the black cobra kills the person after its poison is consumed, whereas the Vishaya, even if they are seen, then also it kills the person. So here the comparison is between consuming the poison and seeing the Vishayas.
Actually, comparison between the Visha, poison and the objects. So you are comparing cobra. Cobra is killing the person, is not that. Visham Hanti, the karta of the Visham. But idea-wise we are not different, therefore I did not say. But we must know that comparison between Visha and Vishaya. Visham Hanti Yuktaram. What is Drashtaram Chakshusapyayam? Okay, can you tell again?
Yes.
So that is settled correctly.
So the Vishayas are more dangerous than the poison of the black cobra. Why? Because the poison kills the person who consumes that poison, whereas the Vishayas kill the person who even see the Vishayas. Yes. And therefore the Tippanikara says that here Dhiraha means one who withdraws the buddhi, intellect, from the Vishaya, that is called Dhiraha. And then for this kind of definition of Dhiraha, because there are other definitions of Dhira, such as Dhiyam Rati iti Dhiraha, and there Ra Dhatu is in two senses, to receive or to give. So there the meaning is one who gives understanding or one who receives understanding. And Swami, can we say both finally mean that one who has understanding?
Correct. By this, since he is receiving, he has. Since he is giving, he has.
Yes. So that kind of meaning is also possible. So therefore Granthakara gives the Shruti Pramanam to show why this kind of meaning of Dhira is taken. And Shruti is Katha Shruti, where it is said that Brahmaji, as it were, made the organs, or as it were, destroyed the organs. Why? Because they are outward looking, and therefore they are not looking inside. Whereas some dhiraha, some mature person who has withdrawn his organs, tries to appreciate or appreciates the Pratyagatma. Then in the text proper, there is a question regarding why this text is composed, and there that answer is also given. So it is said, Nanu Tatsu Aneka Prachinod Sutra Bhashya Vartikadishu Sutra Tad Bhashya Vartikadishu Kim iti ayam Kimiti yes Kimiti ayam apurvaha granthaha adhuna virachyate iti chit. So the doubt is asked that when there are many ancient excellent texts such as Sutra, Bhashya on that Sutra, then Vartika, then Tika, etc., then what is the use or why right now this Apurva Granthaha, new text, is composed? And here the Purva Pakshi, if we can say, by Kim is showing that there is no need of creating new text. And there are certain tippanis which we will see after the answer. So the Granthakara gives the answer, no. So here, how will we connect no?
Bhavata uttaha akshepaha na yukta. Grantha rachane bhavata uttaha akshepaha na yukta. The objection raised by you with regard to the composition of the text is not proper.
Yes. So it is said it is not proper to raise this kind of objection with regard to the composition of this text. And for that the reason is given. Tesham atyanta praudhottamaadhikarikattvena mandanam upakaraya asya safalyat. Tesham, it refers to the Sutradinam. So, those Sutradis, yes, those texts are having their adhikari, means the person who is eligible to read that text as the one who is atyanta praudhottama, means as the one who is intensely mature, very mature person. And maturity in the sense of two ways. One is there is certain background or good amount of background of other shastras such as Vyakarana Shastra, Tarka Shastra, etc. And also there is a good amount of sadhana chatushtaya sampatti also with that person. Since that is so, since those granthas are meant for such people, therefore mandanam upakaraya asya granthasya safalyat. This grantha is having usefulness for the purpose of doing some upakara, for the purpose of benefiting those people who are slow learners. So those texts are not easy to understand for those who are slow learners, and they also deserve a chance to learn the Shastra. And this kind of doubt is there because this text is originally in Hindi, and so somebody might have this doubt that why in Hindi, means in the Hindi language, this text is created, even though there are many texts in Sanskritam language.
That also is one of reasons. That is not the only reason. That also.
So thus this answer is given in this text. Now we will see the tippanis regarding Sutra Tad Bhashya Vartika Dishu. So first the tippani number 4 regarding the Sutra. And there the definition of Sutra is given first. So it is said that the knowers of Sutra know Sutra to be Alpaksharam, having minimum letters, asandigdham, without any ambiguity, unambiguous, Saravat, having some pith, means some content is there.
Significant content.
Yes, significant content is there. And Vishwato Mukham, multifaceted. And multifaceted means two ways we saw this, that there is no Purva Para Virodha. The Sutra sees what has gone by and what is going to come. And also, one Sutra will show the topic, will show many topics also, can include many topics. Therefore, it is Vishwato Mukham. Astobham, without stobha. And stobha here refers to the meaningless sounds that are used to have or that are chanted to get apurva. So that should not be there.
Like what?
Like ha.
Hum patadipya.
Hum patadipya. And
it hum pata you heard where it comes?
Rudra.
Kavachaya hum. Astraya pat. Here there's a pata.
Yes.
Pat. To me sounds like pat.
And anavadyam means it should be faultless, and faultless in two senses. One is the vyakarana dosha, shabda dosha should not be there, and artha dosha should not be. Means there should be no mistake as per the grammar rules, and also the content of whatever the sutra is should not be opposed by any other pramana. And then the Tippanipara says that even though there are various texts related to 6 different philosophies, but here by the word sutra, what should be grasped? The Shariraka Mimamsa Shastram Grahyate, means the scripture which does the analysis of the nature of Jiva, consisting of 555 sutra and composed by Sri Krishna Dvaipayana, means Sri Veda Vyasa, has to be understood.
Here, that is not mere many books are there, it's not the content. Many books in sutra forms are there.
Yes.
Merely books there. Many books, in fact, all Saddarshana has got. Many books in sutra forms are there, even though, but here sutra is sutra.
Then the next tippani, the definition of bhashyam is given. And it is said that the knowers of bhashya know bhashya as the one where the meaning of the sutra is described in keeping with the words of the sutra and the content and the flow of the sutra.
Please tell again. Knower of the bhashya.
Knower of the bhashya knows bhashya as the one where the meaning of the sutra is told in keeping with the words.
Sutrartho varnyate padehi. The meaning of the sutra is described with the words which are in keeping with the sutra.
Yes.
It's not a padehi anusariti.
Yes.
But tell you again.
Yes. So the knowers of bhashya know bhashya as that where the meaning of the sutra is described by the words which are in keeping with the order and the content of the sutra. And also those words which are used in the bhashya are also explained. And then a note is put that in this manner, when this type of various bhashyas are available, here it is proper to understand that the bhashyam of Bhagwan Bhashyakara is to be grasped. in the next Tippani, the definition of Vartika is given. And it is said that the great rishis who are the knowers of Vartika tell that that alone is Vartika in which there is in which the analysis of what has been told, what has been not told, and what is told implicitly takes place. And then a note is implicitly told. And then a note is put.
Originally it is Durukta also. It is improperly told. But in this context, it's basically. Otherwise, Vartika is supposed to do that also, wrongly told. Therefore, I think for Panini Vyakarana, there is Vartika Kara.
Yes.
What is this?
Vararuchi.
Vararuchi. So, Vartika finds out the defects of Panini. Durukta also. Originally, Durukta has got that meaning, wrongly told, improperly told. But in the context of this Sureshwara Acharya, we generally say it is not clearly told.
And then a note is made that when similar kind of various Vartikas are available, then here the Vartika which is composed by Sri Sureshwaracharya, whose earlier name was Mandana Mishra, and who is adorable and the student of
Adorable student, you can say.
Adorable student.
And also both are right. Adorable student also right.
Yes.
But the adorable student we do then this Samas Vigraha.
Yes. So who is the adorable student of Bhagwan Bhashyakara? That Vartika has to, means by the Vartika created by Sri Sureshwaracharya has to be grasped here. And then the next final Tippani which we saw was regarding the Adipada. Means by the word Adi, here Upanishad, Gita, then Tika, etc. have to be grasped.
You picked up the order of the translation very well. I was very happy. We started with the homers of the Vartika and she know this is better rather than going from this. Many think the word is Upanishad, not Upanishad. This is a Gujarati effect. When you want to show some mistake, you should trace something positive also. I wanted to tell, but that I told first. So in the 12th Avarta, objection regarding the necessity of writing this new text was presented, and the answer given was, yes, there are many great texts available. Nishabdasi wants to say, yes, they are great texts, but they are meant for high-end users. They use the word high. They are meant for high-fi people, elite group. Atyanta Praudhottamadhikarika. Gauri. They are having the adhikari in the form of Atyanta Praudha. Highly advanced, best qualified people. So it is meant for adhikari who are Praudha, intensely Praudha and Uttama. Meaning in terms of maturity, in terms of background, of Nyaya, Mimamsa, Vyakarana. All are in Sanskrit. And some of the commentaries are using this Navya Nyaya format language. Tadavachina, Tadnirupita, Tad Pratiyogitaka. So we will not understand. The absence of pot. They will say Ghata Pratiyogitaka. Pot, absence of pot. So it requires such background to understand those texts, to benefit from that text. And therefore, Mandanam Upakaraya. for the benefit of the slow learner or having less background of Vyakarana, less background of Nyaya, Mimamsa, Asya, of this text Safalyat. Since there is utility of this text being meant for the benefit of slow learner, as those texts referred by you are meant for the Uttamadhikari, therefore this the the composition of that text cannot be objected. That is the answer. Not Safalya. In simple words, since those texts which are referred to by you for dismissing the composition of this Vichara Sagara, those texts like Brahma Sutra, Bhagavad Gita, etc., they are meant for Uttamadhikari, and there are no texts for people who are not Uttamadhikari in terms of that language background, etc. Especially he is referring to those language background, then this Mimamsa background, Tarka background. So for them also there should be some way out. They are very sincere. They may not be scholars in Sanskrit, etc., but they are sincere. For them also something should be there. So Mandanam Upakaraya. For them also some text should be there, and therefore this text, which is not even in Sanskrit, it is useful. So that it is, even if a person doesn't know Sanskrit, still he will be able to get the vision of Vedanta. What gives you moksha is what? The vision, not reading the text. Reading the text doesn't give you moksha. Understanding the vision, that matters. Therefore, I told you in that very deeply, there is no Tamil Vedanta. Vedanta is the same. Vedanta vision is the same. It is presented in different languages. Therefore, this vision should reach. And if it is given in the local language, vernacular, then it will help those sincere people who do not have that rich background of language, etc. Therefore, this text is useful. Therefore, its composition cannot be objected. Now, in the next, so first for the defense argument. Now he is saying this text is the best. Positively, he is glorifying this text. Satsu api anekeshu bhasha grantheshu.
Satsu api anekeshu bhasha grantheshu.
Panchabhashatma bodhadishu.
Panchabhashatma bodhadishu.
Vina vichara sagaram.
Vina vichara sagaram.
Swatma vishayaka sarva samshayaha.
Swatma vishayaka sarva samshayaha.
Na nivarteran. So, somebody may say that all right, you are right, that we do require some text in the local language, Tamil, Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi, because everybody may not have that Sanskrit background. But that argument is not correct, because even in local languages, Hindi, etc., also there are so many texts available. So Purvapakshi, the one who is objecting to Nishchal Das composing this Vichara Sagara, he is thinking that Vichara Sagara's greatness is that it is available in local language. So based on that, objection can be raised that even local language, so many are available. Like somebody says, see, everybody cannot go to this mall, therefore I am planning to start small shops. Then it is said, even small shops are many available. So somebody is asking whether should I start. He said, no, these malls are there, why small shops? No, but everybody cannot go to mall. Small shop, That's why I'm starting small. That also is available. So therefore, here is Purva Pakshi will say that Bhasha Grantha is also many available. So now why should you write one more? To that possible answer it says, Satsu api anekeshu Bhasha Grantheshu. Even though there are many texts on Vedanta in local language. Bhasha here refers to this Rajya Bhasha, Sanskritetara Bhasha, vernacular. So even though anekeshu, many texts in local language are available, Satsu. And what are those texts? He gives some name, Panchabhasha. I don't know what is the name that Panchabhasha, which text, we do not know. One text name is Panchabhasha. Atma Bodha. There must be some text called Atma Bodha. Not this our Atma Bodha. That is in Sanskrit. So we should I know that Atma Bodha. Don't say that. Not that Atma Bodha. That is not Bhasha Grantha. Sanskrit, it is there in Hindi. So Atma Bodha Hindi available. Panchabhasha Atma Bodha Dishu Bhasha Granthesu Satsu. We have to connect with the previous one. Even though many texts in local languages such as Panchabhasha, Atmabodha, etc. are available, still, Vina Vichara Sagaram, without Vichara Sagara, text Sagaram Grantham, Swatma Vishayaka Sarva Samshayaha, the doubts regarding oneself, means doubt regarding the true nature of oneself, Na Nivarteran, would not be resolved. Because Nishtadasi must have seen that there are many Bhasha Grantha and he might have started teaching also perhaps. And he found problems on that. So sometimes text, we start, we think, oh, very good, but afterwards we find there is a contradiction. Therefore, and also its ambiguity is there. Therefore, he says, without this Vichara Sagara, all doubts would not be resolved. Why is it so? Why other texts in the local language will not resolve all doubts? He says, Yataha kechana
ग्रन्थकाराः
Shravanamatram Krutva Bhasha Grantham Rachayamasuhu Tataha Tadgata Vishayaha Kechana Shastranusarinah na bhavanti Kvachit Shastrartha Vaiparityancha Upalabhyate. Why the other texts written in the local language would not remove all the doubts? Yataha, because Kechana Granthakara, some authors of the text, Shravana Matram Kritva, having merely done Shravana, means without Madana Nididhyasanam, just little bit he heard Shravana Matram Kritva, Bhasha Grantham Rachaya Masu, Lit Lakara. What they call Lit Lakara is called? Anuprayoga Lit. So Rachaya Masu, they composed the text in the local language. Because some people know they have anxiety to become the teacher and author before becoming the Shishya and the reader. You should be a student for sufficient length of time. You should be a reader for great length of time. So much anxiety to become the teacher. So that is not good. The teaching should happen after sufficient learning, and that too by the blessings of the teacher, by this suggestion of the teacher. But this anxiety is so much, because when you are a teacher, then it gives you some ego kick. because somebody looks up to you. No? Generally, people don't listen to you now. You speak Vedanta, people are there to listen to you. You feel something great. And because of that, what happens? Many a times a person teaches and there are some people start learning, then learning stops. In case of some people, oh, I am teaching, how can I learn? There are some people, they have only 10, 15 talks ready. They travel throughout the country. Every city they go. Same talks. 10 talks here, the same 10 talks in other place, other place, other place. And they will come to the same place after 3 years. By that time, people would have forgotten. Same. Only one or two jokes he has added. So with that they manage. So Puji Swamiji was telling that somebody in Rishikesh, imagine that time, 1965 or something was there. 62 or 65, between that. Somebody came, he said, I am going abroad. I have to give talks in Vedanta. So Swamiji, you teach me something in 10 classes. For Vedanta, you teach me because I have to give talks. I don't have time to learn more. Swamiji said, you learn fully, I will teach you. Come here. He said, no, I have no time. So only 10 classes. And Swamiji, that's why he picked up this Tattva Buddha text to teach. And that also he did not complete. Tattva Buddha text also not completed. And he went there and gave talks. So people sometimes, they have anxiety to write the text. It should be written when there is some need arises or some Guruji tells. Like Sadhana Bodhini I wrote, because Swamiji told that we should write a text. So we need some text which talks about sadhana in a particular manner. So it is written. So more emphasis should be on studying more and more and absorbing subject matter more and more. But some people, Shravana Matram Krutva, Alpa Shravanena Trushtaha, Krutva Bhasha Grantham Rachayamas. And that too, Shravana Matram they have done from some people who do not know original text Sanskrit. So they listen to some translation. They don't know Sanskrit themselves well. And original text exposure is not there. And little bit Shravanam they did of translation and Bhasha Grantham Rachayamas. Generally for teaching, sufficient background of Sanskrit is very useful. I will not say that essential or inevitable, unavoidable, but it makes a difference. If Sanskrit is not good, then teaching will be a little bit, it will be lacking. Certain depth it will be lacking. Therefore, Shravana Matram Krutva, Vyakranam Apatitva, Bhasha Grantham Rachayamasu. Okay. Therefore, what happened? Tataha. Therefore means since they have done little bit Shravanam, that too of translation, they have composed the text. Therefore, Tadgata Vishayaha. Tadgata means Bhasha Grantha Vishayaha. Tadkrita Bhasha Grantha Gata Vishayaha. The subject matter, the topics which are written in those books by such people. Kechana, some topics, Shastranusarinaha na bhavanti. They are not in keeping with the scriptures. Brahma Sutra, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad. Prasthana Trayanusarinaha na bhavanti. Because they have written without sufficient background. So they will be presenting some essence. Brahma Satyam, Jagan Nitya, all essence may be there idea-wise. But the depth is not there. Therefore, doubts cannot be resolved. Like they will write that there are 4 paths. Because that is what he heard from his Guru. There are 4 paths for moksha. And Maya is born of Brahma. All this they will write. Shastranusarena bhavanti. Kvachit Shastra Artha Vaiparityam cha upalabhyate. Sometimes not exactly in harmony, means they are not exactly following the path, and sometimes totally opposite. Kvachit, in some places in the text, Shastrartha Vaiparityam, contradiction with the subject matter of Prasthanatraya, cha upalabhyate, is found. So some places not exactly what is said in Shastra, and some places totally opposite. Shastra says Jnanadeva Moksha. They said any path is equally valid for moksha. So Vaiparityam cha upalabhyate. अपरे केचन स्वल्पशास्त्राभ्यासमात्रेण भाषाग्रन्थान् रचयामासुः तत्र वेदान्तार्थस्य समग्रस्य अनुक्तत्वात् न तैहि निस्संशयं ज्ञानम् उदेति. So at least previous person Shravana Matram Krutva, he did Shravana, maybe he did study Prasthanatraya in this language, local language. This person Swalpa Shastra Abhyasa Matra, Apare Kechana. Some other people, by mere study of only little bit of Shastra, Bhasha Grantan Rachaya Masuhu, they compose the text in the local language. Means even Shastra Shravanam they did not do completely. They listened to one Tattva Bodha and one Upanishad, and then they compose the text. Nowadays, the people are fond of writing the books, Vedanta, science, and all this. Is another trend. Little bit science background is there, and they study Vedanta. Oh, Swami is so scientific, so scientific. They write the book, Vedanta and science and all this. See, I keep telling this, and Puja Swamiji also used to say, Puja Swamiji from there only I learned, that this is not acceptable to scientists also and Vedantic also. So you are telling something that Vedantas are scientific, that is not acceptable to even scientists. And is not available to Vedanti also. Puja Swamiji was telling that when in UK he met some scientists, and Puja Swami said Vedanta are not scientific. The scientists were very happy to hear this. Why should we bring everything under that? It is something like everything is visual. There is nothing outside the visual field. Is it true? No? Sound is there. Sound you don't see, but it is there. Taste is there. The smell is there. But you say everything is, whatever is available for seeing. What is not seen is not there. Understand that? So person doesn't understand that he is showing his ignorance. Everything doesn't fall within this purview of science. Science is using Pratyaksha Anumana Pramana. There are only two Pramanas. Or even they may be using, let us say, Upamana, etc. But not using Shabda Pramana, Shruti Pramana. Therefore, that their presentation will be not having comprehensiveness, because it is based on very shallow knowledge. In our tradition, generally, especially in Sanskrit, writing the books was a very responsible task. They say that in those days, any text written, it will go to Kashi, it will be discussed, then approved. So nowadays, there is no such thing. You write anything. You have got computer, and therefore you write and print. You have money, you print. Generally, writing the books was considered very responsible. People used to be very concerned about writing, because he said a mistake, it will be highly criticized. So they are very careful. Mistake will be there, but it should not be major ones. All right. And so apare kechana svalpa shastra abhyasa matrena bhasha grantan rachayamasu. Tatra Vedantarthasya samagrasya anuktatva. Tatra means that bhasha grante. Tadrisha janehi krute bhasha grante. In the text which is written by such people, Vedantarthasya, of the subject matter of Vedanta, samagrasya anuktatva. The entire subject matter of Vedanta, since it is not told, presented, therefore, tehi, by such text, with the help of such text written by such people, Nissamshaya Jnanam na udeti. Doubtless knowledge does not arise. So this is the situation of other texts. So Nishalas must have seen that many texts are there, but they are not presenting the way it is to be presented. And therefore he said, I have made attempt to present the subject matter in a comprehensive and clear manner. He says in the next one. अस्मिन् विचारसागरे तु वेदान्तार्थाः समर्मकाः समग्रतया शास्त्रानुसारेण प्रतिपाद्यन्ते सर्वत्र शास्त्राविरोधेन च आत्मज्ञानोपयोगिविषयाः सत्प्रपञ्चं निरूप्यन्ते तस्माद् अयमेव सर्वेभ्यः वेदान्तग्रन्थेभ्यः उत्तमोत्तमः नास्ति अस्य समं ग्रन्थान्तरम्. Whereas Asmin Vichara Sagare Granthe, whereas in this text called Vichara Sagara, Vedanta Arthaha, the subject matter of Vedanta, the content of Vedanta, the topics of Vedanta, Samarmakaha, along with secrets, nuances, subtle nuances. Samarmakaha, marmabihi saha vartate. Iti marmakaha. Marman shabda. Marma means secret, hidden ideas. Actually, marma word is used in the anatomy. Marma are those places which are vulnerable in the body. If that part is hurt, then person will die. That is called marma. Marmasthan, they call it. So marma means those vulnerable points in the body. There are, according to one text, 107 are there. Sapurtara Shatam. So that is in anatomy. But here 107 no more. So samarmakaha means the secret. Here marma means hiding place. So what is the connection between hidden place and this marma? Just as those marma points are generally kept hidden so that person doesn't hurt. Similarly, this marma in the Shastra are those places which remain secret if they are not explained properly. So marma means Shastra rahasyaha, Vedanta rahasyani. Rahasyani. So samarmakaha means along with secret nuances or subtle nuances. In this Vichara Sagara, the topics of Vedanta along with subtle nuances, samagrataya, completely, shastrānusārena, in keeping with the Mula Shastra, Prasthanatraya Shastra, means Prasthanatraya, shastrānusārena pratipadyante, are presented. So in this text, the subject matter of Vedanta is presented completely, comprehensively, and in keeping with the vision of Shastra. Whereas the earlier one, what? It was not samagra. Many topics are not covered. And also they were contradicting with the Shastra. Therefore, that those defects are avoided and samagrataya Shastra anusarena Vedantartha pratipadyate. And sarvatra means in all places in the text, in all cases, Shastra virodena cha, and without contradiction with the scriptures, prasthanatraya, atma-jnanopayogi vishayaha, the topics which are useful for the self-knowledge, nirupyante, are presented sab-prapancham, with elaboration. Means all topics which are not directly atma-jnana pratipadaka, but upayogi for atma-jnana. Technically speaking, like Khyati Panchakam is there, the different Vadas are there. They are not directly Atma-jnana, but they are upayogi for understanding, for getting the Atma-jnana. And also Atma-jnana upayogi Vishayaha refers to Karma Yoga, Upasana. So those topics which are useful for self-knowledge, cognitively and for Chitta Shuddhi, for preparedness, all those topics sab-prapancham nirupyante. Is clear? And that also Shastra virodha. Karma Yoga, Upasana will be presented, but not saying that Karma Yoga, Upasana themselves will give moksha. Shastra virodha. Not contradicting the vision of Shastra that Jnanena eva moksha. Tasmat. Because of the reasons mentioned. Tasmat means what? Since Vedantartha are presented completely and in keeping with Shastra, then Atma-jnanopayogi Vishaya also saprapancham nirupyante tasmat. Ukta guna samudayat, because of the qualities which have been mentioned. Ayameva sarvebhyaha Vedanta grantebhyaha uttamottamaha. Therefore, this alone is the best among the best compared to all other Vedanta grantha. The uniqueness and beauty of this text is that without using the jargons of Mimamsakas and Nayayikas, the advanced topics are discussed. The stuff given is advanced, but without using the language of these Nayayikas, Mimamsakas. Like some people know they can present subject matter accurately, but they have to use this language only. Tadavachina, tadavachina, tadavachina. That only they have to say. Then only they can explain. At tvat, penat, that language they have to use. Otherwise they cannot explain. Whereas some people, same depth is same. Height of the subject matter is the same. But used in a simple language. Therefore, many times I ask you, that okay, you have translated this sentence, but what is the idea conveyed? You please tell in simple language. That also is required. Because sometimes, otherwise, sometimes you remain only in that particular format. You cannot come down. And sometimes it may not be even clear to you. You may be using the format, but if you are asked, what does it mean finally? Oh, that I have to think. So our clarity should be such that we can put it in a technical format, and at the same time we can put it in a simple languages. Same idea one should be able to tell in his own language. If he is learning in English, then he should be able to tell in Gujarati, Hindi, whatever. Then his understanding is correct. He should be able to tell. Okay. So here the uniqueness of this Vichara Sagara is that it presents advanced topics without using the complicated language. technical without using this Nayayika's language, Mimamsaka's language. Minimum he uses. Navya Nayayika language he doesn't use. Navya Nayayika means it will be always big sentence. Tandurupida, Tada Pratiyogita, Katadavachina, all these words will come in one sentence. That he doesn't use. So you get the best quality without having the strain or the cost of this what is called extra effort. With less background, minimum background, you are able to get maximum what is called benefit. It is something like that the people who cannot afford, they are given the chance to go to the high hospital, advanced hospital. It's like that. Advanced hospital is available for rich people. Advanced hospital for poor people. That's what this one hospital is there in Bangalore, Sai Baba's hospital. That very qualified doctors come. Advanced hospital, and it is free. That type of thing, Vichara Sagara is like that. Advanced hospital for people with less affordability. So Vichara Sagara is like that. Okay. So people who do not have this very good high Sanskrit background, even this Sanskrit Vichara Sagara is like that. Because you see, the language is generally simple. He is using simple language. And he doesn't use some avachin, etc. Simple language. Still, very advanced subject matter is discussed. In the Dhyana Shloka itself, so much is discussed. Okay. Therefore, Tasmad Ayameva Sarvebhyaha Vedanta Grantebhyaha Uttamottamaha. Especially the people with not very rich background. For them, Vedanta Sarvebhyaha Vedanta Grantebhyaha Uttamottamaha. Nasti asya samam grantha. Asya samam granthantaram. Anya grantha granthantaram. Nasti. Another text is not equal to this. Asya samam. Asya means Vichara Sagara samam granthantaram nasti. Any other text is not equal to this. This is a confidence and this clarity of the purpose of the text. We should not take it as an ahankara. This expression of his atma vishwasa, not ahankara. Okay. Now, the next topic is from 14 to 37. What? Sadhana Chatushtaya Nirupana. You can imagine. 14 to 37 means 24 are only Sadhana Chatushtaya, which is one of the Anubandha. You remember these 2 Tarangas are dedicated to Anubandha. So naturally this will be there. So Sadhana Chatushtaya Nirupanam, first he talks about Anubandha. Anubandha Chatushtayam Adhikari Vishaya Prayojana Sambandhanam Anubandham iti nama. Okay, let me have to read this. Adhikari Vishaya Prayojana Sambandhanam
Adhikari Vishaya Prayojana Sambandhanam
Anubandha iti nama.
Anubandha iti nama.
So, Adhikari, qualified person, Vishaya, subject matter, Prayojana, benefit, Sambandha, connection. All these 4 points are called Anubandha, are known as, Nama we can say, known as, called as Anubandha. And this Anubandha is very important for the study of Shastra, the engagement in the study of Shastra. And that will be explained in the footnote when we go to that particular line where footnote is given. Among the Anubandha, also, Prayojana is very important. Because Prayojanam Anudeshya Mandopi na Pravartate. Without considering Prayojana, even a dullard will not be engaged. Prayojanam is important. Even though you are qualified, but if you feel that it will not serve the purpose, you will not be engaged in that. Sometimes, in fact, person think that he is not adhikari, still he may try. Oh, chalo, by chance it I get it. Because prayojanam is so glaring. So out of all these four, prayojanam is very important. And that significance of prayojana is described. So first anubandha. Anubandha we generally translate as introductory points. Fourfold introductory points leading to the study of Shastra by a qualified person. That is Anubandha Chatushtaya. And of these four, Prayojanam is important. That Prayojanam he talks about. Importance of Prayojanam. सर्वस्यैव हि शास्त्रस्य कर्मणो वापि कस्यचित्
सर्वस्यैव हि शास्त्रस्य कर्मणो वापि कस्यचित्
यावत् प्रयोजनं नोक्तं तावत् तर्केण गृह्यते
यावत् प्रयोजनं नोक्तं तावत् तर्केण गृह्यते
सर्वस्य एव हि शास्त्रस्य of entire scripture means all the scriptures or vapi or even kasyachit karmana of any action yavat prayojanam na uttam as long as the purpose is not mentioned, not understood, tavat so long, that means shastram or karma, that karma or shastra kena grihhyate, by whom it will be adopted, means who will study that shastra or who will do the action without knowing the purpose? Means knowing purpose is important. Not only purpose, secondarily adhikari also is to be understood. Subject matter also is required. But to begin with, prayojana is important. More see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya